Well, good afternoon everybody, welcome back to Oakfield Farm and welcome back along to Simulation for the Nation. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is harvest. It's in the books, it's done, we have finished. We're taking the combine back down to the yard where, probably not today, but at some point it's going to get cleaned off, greased off, serviced off, some of the belts will be slackened, it'll be parked up in the shed and left for the winter. It has been a tough one. It has been tricky, it has been fun, it has been everything you'd usually expect with a little more stress involved as well. But I'm just overall very pleased to say that we've been able to get this in. Right now we've got David ahead of us in the truck. He is taking back the head of the trailer. He's going to be my little escort. I got quite a bit of ploughing done in the field just over the hedge there. We've now only got the headlands left to wrap up there, so we'll probably focus on those later on this evening. But we've also got a few other tasks that we need to do before we get to that. Oh, David's got around there quickly, so he's away. Now we should just be able to scoot around this corner as well. It's a lot easier when you don't have the header trailer on the back. There we go. Lovely, so we're going to get after David and we'll go and get this back to the yard here. So ultimately very happy there wasn't a great deal of beans left to take on that field and the yields were pretty low, weren't very good at all. That being said, it was a trial. Curious to see what they look like and what kind of price we get for those. But yeah, more than anything, it was a trial. What I think we're going to be doing probably tomorrow once the weather clears up a bit more. We're due some rain today, so we'll leave off for now. But this field here is going to be sprayed off. We're going to kill it off, and then we're going to come in and plough this in. We're going to put some. Well, we might leave it to plough it until the new year actually. We'll put some barley into there. Yeah, so and then we're going to hopefully put a few feelers out about buying the grass field just down the road from us, and that'd be great if that can be pulled off, but we'll have to wait and see on that front as well. Now David is just being a little bit of an escort for me over there, keeping the road nice and clear, because this, for a small road, is quite busy a lot of the time. There's a lot of agricultural traffic on here, so if we can make sure that everyone knows that I'm coming, that's ideal. And then yeah, it'd be nice to get this combine put away for the winter. There's a lot of rain due to come next week actually, which is why we're making a big push to get all the cereal crops done quickly. So Barry, I know at the moment, is just finishing off a field in the middle of the valley, and once he's got that done, then ideally he'd be able to swing back across and come and start in the field I'm on as I'm beginning to do the drilling there, or the headlands. So that's what we're looking at. In the meantime, before I go up and finish that off, I need to go down to the dealer. I'm taking the new John Deere down. We've got a couple of cultivators that I'm going to trial. I mentioned to you that we're looking at some possibility of swapping out and replacing the current disc setup we have. So we'll be looking to see what's going on there. So yeah, lots of things to come. David should have stopped there for me. That's a shame. He's going nice and slowly though. So yeah, we've still got a lot of work to look into. Busy as always. The phone hasn't stopped ringing this last day or two, but I'm just happy to be able to put the harvest into bed for now. Lovely, and away we go. I just got to swing out of the middle of the road a little bit. There's some big overhanging trees coming up here on our left hand side. After getting through the harvest this well, the last thing I want to do is accidentally scratch up the combine. That would be so frustrating. But yeah, it has performed remarkably well. It's a pity that the MacDon head of the trial didn't work and didn't come to fruition. We'll keep an eye on that and see what we can do over the course of the next harvest. But yeah, we couldn't hang around and wait for that. We just had to keep going. We just had to push on and try and get everything covered as quickly as possible. So that's what we've ended up doing. But yeah, it is a lovely afternoon still. Everything is holding up together very nicely. So ideally, if I can, I'm going to be able to get down to this, pick up this new, or this demo set of discs, get that finished up, and then finish up the headland ploughing so that we can get the discs in the field first, get that run through before Barry comes in with the drill. And this is the field here that we may well be purchasing. We're putting a few inquiries in because it hasn't been used at all for the last 6 months really. They didn't take any silage off it, they didn't have any livestock on there. So it's all a little bit interesting actually. So we will wait very eagerly to see what comes with that. Okay, and here we are, home at last. Finally, it is very nice to get ourselves home. And what I think I might just do for now, because we are going to need to look into this and service it down and everything else, I'm just going to stick it into here. The good thing is we do need to service it, but it doesn't need to be touched anytime soon. That's better, so we'll leave that there. Just let the engine spin down a little bit. And that's it. Perfect! Okay then, now as I said, we've got a lot to go and crack on with, so we'll shut the door to the combine. I'll leave that there for the foreseeable. Perfect, and we'll head around the corner here. And yeah, so we already, when it was a little bit damp earlier on, we, once we finished with the harvest, we stuck the new shoes onto the John Deere, so we've got some jewelries on here now, and it's pretty darn wide, folks, let me tell you. So we're going to come into the John Deere. That's ideal, and let's get ourselves down to go and see Charlie, see what he's got for us. And he's told me that he has a couple of different units available, a couple of different types of machines, different setups, different widths as well. So we'll see what he's got. I am looking to go up in size. So the previous model over there, that was 6 meters. So we'll have to see what he's got available to us. See if we can have some fun with it. It is now just a little bit past 3 PM, just before 3 PM actually. So yeah, we'll go and do that, and then hopefully we can still get a couple of hours on the plough, wrapping up the headlands and everything else. We might actually just take the cultivator straight up there and see how that gets on. Okie dokie folks, we are here, and let's just see what trouble we can get ourselves into. I noticed right behind me here, as we jump out of the cab, we're going to see the 2 pieces of equipment that we have available to play with. So we have Amazon and we have Vardestad. Now the Catros here is it's kind of a twin disc set with a packer roller behind it. So effectively it's achieving the same thing as our big train was, because that only had 2 sets of angulated discs and then the roller behind it. And obviously it's in one set, one machine. Now this is only going to be 5.5 meters, so it is actually a little bit short, a little bit narrower than I'd ideally like. I was hoping to go a little bit bigger, go up a scale. Now this here is the Vardestad Carrier 820, so it's a little over 8 meters wide, which is fantastic. We have the 2 sets of angulated discs with the packer roller once again, but we have a little bit more width here. These discs are a little bit different, they have perforated edges on them, which, to be honest, I don't know if that's going to help the situation any at all. It might just help to break up the soil a little bit, and then yeah, the rollers here will press any of the cultivated soil up through the 2 sets of discs. The rollers press that back down again to give you a nice even seed bed, really. So that's what we're going to be looking at. I think first off we're going to this is going to be too small for me, I fancy, so we're going to give the Vardestad a bit of a test out first. So I'm going to back us up and we'll get ourselves hooked on. Go. It's got a little bit dark here this afternoon actually. It's a little bit overcast. It's autumnal skies. There we go. And that's all our cabling connected as well, which is perfect. We've got 2 spool valves working here. So we have one of them will be for the unfolding of the machine. The other one is for the width of the machine. The depth of the machine works, so it lowers and raises the hydraulics to alter that as well. And you can also control how much pressure the wheels and the discs and the rollers are kind of put under, which means how much pressure they're exerting on the ground as well, which is quite useful depending upon the ground conditions, really. Then we also have our air brake plugged in there. This one here is for our traffic signals, brakes, lights, etc. So yeah, we're looking all lovely jubbly. So what we're going to do, we will just go and see Charlie quickly, jump back in the tractor, and then we'll get ourselves back up to a field and have a little bit of a play. Alrighty folks, we're good to go. Just let him know that when he comes outside next, he's going to see that there's a piece of equipment missing. I don't want to startle him with that. And then yeah, let's get ourselves back on the road. Lovely stuff. So, he hasn't left. I don't know why whoever delivered these years left them smack bang in the middle of the entrance, but there you go. There's not much I can do about that. Lovely stuff. Excellent. And on we go back over to the top of the hill there. So we're going to take these ones up to where we've been ploughing in field 45 and just have a quick spin out with them. See how they look, see how the ground conditions are coming along. The field's ploughed over quite nicely actually. I'm tempted. I was thinking of leaving it for winter ploughing, but it's broken up pretty well. So I might just leave it and bring the drill straight in now and try and sneak some more winter barley into there. But we'll see. We'll see how this breaks down. Now there was one little concern I have is there were some roadworks appearing up here, which were very close to causing me a bit of an issue before. It's quite tight. I don't know what they're doing, but they've got they're digging in one of the ditches on the roadside there actually. So I'm quite curious to see what they're doing, and also it's with these dualies on, it's a little bit tight to get past them, so we'll have to take it quite slowly and hopefully we can just sneak by. Yeah, if they're still there, which I imagine they were because there are traffic cones out, they're not too far up here on the left, on our right hand side actually. Yeah, they're still here by the looks of things. There's some lights flashing. Okay. Well, we'll just slow it down. We'll take our time to get past this lot, I think. Well, I might have knocked a cone over my way through here. Might have been me. This is a little bit tight. It's time to seriously try and breathe in here. I'm going to have to go back onto this verge a little bit. Oh, there's a dip down there. And we are just about through. Let's watch out for the young lad's van on this side. Awesome. Excellent stuff. So we will push through. We're going to take us up to the field as I mentioned there, and we will see you when we're having a bit of a play. Something quite nice about watching that unfold, I think. It's quite hypnotic almost. So here we are, we have our cultivator spread out over about 8 meters there, just over 8 meters. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look at it whilst it's all folded out. And then we'll put it to some work I think and see how it looks on our slightly heavier ground on the hill here. Certainly nice and heavy duty. I think we've got no qualms with it being able to perform the on some of the heavier ground here. I'm interested to see how, if it's a little bit sticky out there still, to see how these packer rollers kind of work and if they stick up or clog up at all. But what we will do, we will jump in and we'll push this thing to some work and see if we can push it to its limits. But to do that, what I need to do is first of all fire up the GPS. And then ultimate width a little bit so it's ringing true. That's lovely. Offset, perfect. We're a little bit on an angle there, so we'll just kick that back in. Awesome stuff. So with the GPS up and working, ready to go, we'll get rid of our screens. And we will, let's go. Go, perfect stuff. So it's taking a little bit of pulling, but it is quite a weight really, if you can imagine. Excellent stuff. So it is breaking everything down. It looks to be breaking everything down quite easily. What we will do though is we'll go back up to the other end. We'll do a complete pass either way, and then we'll be able to see for ourselves to see how it's coming along. But it looks like it's doing its job really, which is all we can ask for it. And as I said, what we may well do is get David to come back up here. He can push on with this, and I would love to get the headland finished, so we might jump onto the plough and finish off the bit of the headland as well, which would be pretty ideal really. But yeah, it's a little bit sticky going. You can feel the tractor bogging down on occasions. Let's give us some four-wheel drive help there. That might kick it along a little bit. And there's some light for us. Wheels are getting a little bit sticky there, a little bit blocked up there, but nothing too much I don't think at the moment. Like I say, it is a touch wet today, so we can check that out. Right now we are doing 9.5 kilometers with it on as well, which is nice, good speed. And then we'll lift up here. Ooh, that's not going to get around that. Back we go. We're in again. Off we go. So this seems to be pulling it along nice and easily. Actually, there's a bit of black smoke coming out the top there, but that's what we always like to see. Get the tractor working for its supper. So what we will do, I'm going to ring David up, get him to come over now. We'll keep pushing through, and we'll get a bit of perspective from this as we're in the fence, ploughing up the rest of these headlands and making some ground. So yeah, let's see how this thing works. And here you go, folks. We are pushing on now, and we have got David is up here. He's working away. We've got a heck of a sun glare again. Can't see a thing. But yeah, he's working away with the John Deere there. He's going to start to work himself down the hill in towards the fence line, and yeah, I'm just going to keep going along beside him really. So we're making some great progress now. And then Barry is just finishing up the headlands in the other field, I've been told, so he's going to be making his way up here soon. So ideally, if David can really crack on and I can get out of his way, Barry can really zip through a good portion of this field before the end of tonight really, which would be perfect. I'm just going to lift up here, and then hopefully I can get turned out of his way. This is a little bit sticky in this this kind of marsh really. It is. We left this as like a wildlife pasture. So in there we have a whole variety of wild bird seed mix and various different species like that, and it really does help. There's even what we call like a beetle bank right towards the back there that in the summer months really helps those kind of slightly rarer species, provides them with a nice habitat in which to thrive in really. So that's what's going on in there. But yeah, now we have David and I have a little bit of a race going. Which obviously I'm going to hopefully try and win here. Headlands for this shouldn't take too long to do. We only do about 4 or 5 passes, depending upon the field. And yeah, it doesn't take too long to fly through those in this fence. This is a real thing of machine of beauty. Now what we're going to do here is this, lift up there. We have to change the angle here that we're going at, and it's a little bit too severe in which to just keep the plough in the ground. So we have to always just lift up there. Don't want to put too much stress onto the plough. Still got an awful lot of work to do for me yet. So excellent, as it is starting to get a little bit dark, a little bit gloomy on this autumnal evening, we will call it a day here and get pushing through and hopefully get this field wrapped up before we get too much further. Thank you, as always, thank you ever so much for watching, and thank you and welcome to all of you lovely new subscribers. It's fantastic to have you on board here. If you do like what you've been seeing, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you liked the video, then of course hit that like button and let me know what you liked and what you didn't like. And as always, if you are new to the family, don't forget to let me know where you're watching from, because that is always very important to me. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. We're going to head up to the top of the field here and just catch the headland up at the top there, so we'll tidy a few bits up on our way. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. As always, I have been Simulation for the Nation. You have been fantastic, and we will see you in the next one. So until then, stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, happy farming.